The words career and college readiness have taken on a new meaning in this global economy. From college entrance to scholarships to a competitive workforce, our students are facing new challenges. In Boone County, we see each piece of a child's growth as a vertical step towards career and college readiness. Each kindergartner will become a high school graduate, and we must do everything we can to make sure our students are prepared. Using student and building level data, our elementary, middle, and high school principals are charged with creating a culture of college readiness that will involve the student, the parents, and the practice of the teachers.
We mostly focus on numeracy, literacy, so we're entrenched in all that. Our professional learning community and time is around our teachers having those discussions. We feel like that's really important to build that foundation.
We've been working mainly with the coach in the building and going to different content and grade level meetings to do crosswalks between their curriculum units and trying to integrate the skills and strategies that we're currently missing from our units from the college readiness standards, and incorporating those into their units of study, classroom instructional strategies, and also incorporating them into our common assessments, which are given every 4 to 6 weeks. We
began to look at the college readiness standards on the ACT, and we said, you know, this is in these different ranges, this is what kids should have learned, this is what they're going to learn next, and this is what they need in order to go to college. And we said, are we on this chart anywhere at all as elementary schools? And fairly quickly teachers were able to say, you know, I think our kids at 5th grade could score in that 13 to 15 range.
Career and college readiness standards here at Ryle have served as our new framework for putting together our units this year. Within our team, we have taken the approach that we want to completely revise our units so that they include the college and career readiness standards, specifically with reading and writing. We want to ensure that each of our units have literacy activities, those skills that we would expect to find.
We've had a district assessment coordinator come and meet specifically with our junior English and with our junior science teachers to discuss the ACT and how we can embed ACT information and standards into our curriculum so that our teachers are able to better prepare our students to do well in the ACT and to be prepared for college level work.
Reaching out to parents and working collaboratively with them to set student goals helps build a strong foundation of teamwork between the school and the student's family. Sharing assessment data is just a piece in this puzzle.
We have had curriculum nights where we had parents and students come in, and we went over with parents and students in 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th graders what the Explore test is, what the standards are, what the results mean, and how that will relate to when they take the ACT test.
Parents received a copy of all of their child's plan information, and again we went over, we went over the whole EPAS system and where plan fit into that. We talked about, what's the benchmark score expected in English and math and science and reading, and whether or not your child was meeting that benchmark. And again, we focused on and talked about the connection to the ACT and what was needed to score on the ACT for admission into most universities. Our goal, or our goal that's been set for us, is to try to move our students forward to reach that goal of 24, because we want all of our students to be college readiness, to be prepared to do well when they move on to the next post-secondary opportunities.
One of the most powerful pieces in this journey towards readiness is happening in the classroom with the interaction of students and teachers. Setting realistic individual goals creates a powerful roadmap for students and engages both the student and the teacher in this growth.
I teach English 3, so we bring their sophomore plan scores into the classroom and we get out a copy of the college readiness standards and we look at where those scores align with the standards to see where we're starting. I also use those plan scores for differentiation purposes. So, for example, I'll put the student who has a 24 in reading on their plan test, maybe in the same group when we do lit circles with the student who has a 10 in reading, so that you can have some of that student modeling with those skills.
EPAS is how we're preparing kids for the future. EPAS is us looking at those Common Core standards and bringing kids up to those expectations. I'm preparing my kids for college in my 2nd grade classroom by using learning targets and trying very hard to use strategic teaching. or what used to be called diagnostic teaching, looking at each kid and assessing where they are, and then putting together materials and assessments and daily work that will meet individual needs of our students because their needs are so diverse.
With the freshmen, we're trying to get them to really use their ILPs to identify their learning styles so they understand how they learn, and to use their Explore scores to identify weaknesses and strengths in their college readiness. This way they can take an active approach to building skills in areas that may hold them back in the future. We've started using flashbacks in all of our math classes. They're 60 seconds per question, timed. They're graded every day, and they're all ACT style.
We're finding that learning how to pick out important details and finding the main point of reading a passage is something that our students are challenged with. Also, one of the things that we've looked at through reading is that many of the students understand what they read, but when they write about it, they forget to use supporting details. So once again, through the writing aspect of our college readiness, we are learning how to answer questions that require analysis, support our answers with details specifically from the text, and then use proper mechanics.
We need to help these students come in at an early age with a mindset that they're going to have that opportunity to go to college. They may not choose that, but they will be able to have it as a choice, and every child should be able to have that as a choice.
In Boone County, we see the road to college and career readiness as a collective journey. From the beginning of a student's education, instruction is individualized. Students are engaged, challenged, and supported in their learning, all with a common goal: preparing each child to be career and college ready.